Hi everyone, I'm Oleg, the head of design at Zade, a sole ecosystem committed to supporting early-stage startups in their product development journey. We've recently introduced LaunchKit, a program designed to transform startup concept into investor-attractive prototype within 30 days. Joining me is Martin, co-founder and CEO of FRNZY. So Martin, how would you introduce FRNZY to people?
That's a really good question. So FRNZY is basically peer-to-peer live shopping. On our platform, anybody can become a buyer or a seller of fashion items. Live shopping basically is where somebody live streams themselves. And while they show and demonstrate a product, people can bid for that in live setting in auctions. They can also purchase it on the marketplace or by participating in either the marketplace or our live shows. Europe is very much behind the curve with live shopping. So we're talking to a lot of investors, and some investors intuitively get what it's about. A lot of them don't, because they haven't been to Asia or they haven't seen the takeoff in America like we do. And although we are successful in explaining it, what we really wanted is, here's a link, here's a clickable prototype. It makes the pitch much easier. So whilst before I either had a verbal pitch or I showed them a little bit of some PowerPoint slides of our pitch, what I typically do now is I have a 1-minute pitch and then I open up the prototype and I talk them through it. And you get a lot more value out of those conversations in 5 minutes than you did before. From a startup perspective, I think a prototype is really, really critical for this. It's enormously important to challenge your preconceptions, because we're not building the app for us, we're building the app for hopefully the millions of people that are using it. And this is the best way to test it. And I think what we got here is in an incredibly good shape to show to investors and do user testing around. But then on the basis of that feedback, iterated 1 or 2 more times before you get it absolutely perfect and start building.
I feel like the number one question I typically get from young entrepreneurs is like, how do I get seen as a credible startup?
I think what investors are looking for, especially with pre-revenue startups, is demonstrating some sort of product market fit. We know the matter, we know the area, we got a strong team, we got a prototype, put money in us, and we start building tomorrow.
What was your experience working with our design team?
I think it's been really, really good. I think the thing that I really like about you guys, it's been a real partnership. But once I started talking about live shopping, you understood what we were talking about. You figured out in the first call what FRNZY was about. So that gave enormous confidence. You challenged, you questioned, and you improved. And I think through that partnership model, we ended up with something that is better than we had designed ourselves. With the prototype, now we got a lot of lessons learned from the work that you and I did together. I'm now looking at the prototype, and I'm really proud of all the work that we achieved.
And Martin, I have to thank you for this conversation, for all your efforts and your engagement in this project. It was incredible. Thank you. Got a groundbreaking idea? We'll bring it to life in 30 days. Join us at Zade.